Hey loves, and welcome to another vlog. Welcome to another video. Welcome to the first video of 2026. Happy New Year, my loves. I hope everyone entered the year in a high note, entered the year beautifully, and I pray that everything remains like that for all of us on here. Namhlanje we are going to be talking about mindset shifts. Your girl sat down and reflected and self-introspected, and I was like, Setu, there are changes we have to make around here. If you want 2026 to be different from how the other years were, you're gonna have to change some things. I believe this is something we are all doing because it's the start of the year. New year, new us, but I hope that it's the whole year we keep that mentality, that mindset throughout the whole year. New you, new year, new year, new you. So for the past 4 years, I've been feeling like I've been living in the shadows of who I knew I had the potential to be. And this is something I've said to you guys before. It's not the first time I'm saying this. I've said it in vlogs, I've said it in sit down videos before, but I feel like I've wasted so much of my life and potential. Now, there once was a very bold version of myself, you guys. There once was a very bold version, a very confident version of myself. One I have spent the past 2 years yearning to be. One I've spent the past 2 years looking back at and just wishing I could go back to being that version or those versions of myself. But I feel like I've fallen in a comfortable place that I feel like I did not fight hard enough to get out of, or I didn't fight like I used to fight before to get out of that comfortable place. So a few days back, while I was on the road, I was just taking a walk. Where was I walking? But I was on a walk and I was having a conversation with myself, and I know how we all do that. See, Teta guys, you have a conversation, a whole conversation with yourself. So I was having that conversation with myself and I realized something. But this is something I believed I already knew, okay? But it just never hit me as hard as it did in that moment. Oh, myself, I never took it seriously as I did in that moment. Now, what I realized is that the difference between who I am right now and the versions of myself I've been looking back at and yearning to become is alcohol. The difference is alcohol. The version of myself right now drinks, and the versions that I'm yearning to become, the versions I once were before, did not drink. And the shift for me happened when I started ukusela utywala, guys. Alcohol is not worth it. I realized by the moment I began ukusela utywala, consuming alcohol, I no longer was as focused as I was, and I no longer dreamt as much, and I no longer dreamt as big as I used to. And I've always over the years been asking myself, what changed, Setu? What changed, Setu? What changed, Setu? And I realized when things changed for me when I began ukusela utywala. I know I haven't gotten into the actual mindsets, but I think just by me saying this is one of my mindset shift. Utywala, 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 2026, utywala, no. So guys, let's get down to the business of this video. The first mindset shift I am making for 2026 is reminding myself that you always have a choice. I always have a choice in anything. You always have a choice. You always get to choose whether yes or no, whether you want to do it or you don't, whether you want to go to the place or you don't. You always get to choose. You always get to choose how things make you feel. You always get to choose. And for the past 2 years, this is a freedom I didn't really exercise very well, okay? Especially when it came to how people and things made me feel. But I guess that on its own was a choice because I was choosing. I may not have been conscious about making that decision or intentional about making that decision, but I was making a decision of allowing those things and people to make me feel the way they feel. Oh, I cried last year. I cried a lot over a lot of things. When I look at them, like, Setu. So I was crying over a lot of things, but this year I want to be intentional about making the choice. I want to be intentional about taking the time to make the choice so that I am ready to face whatever consequence may come with that choice. And I believe that this will help ground me so that I'm not swayed and moved into doing things. So it will ground me not to be moved and swayed into doing a lot of things very easily. I'm gonna go into things knowing that the choice to say yes or no to them came from me, and I can bear the repercussions of that choice without pointing fingers at other people. Second mindset for the year, mindset shift for the year, is the divine will take care of you. Speech Mzwambi said those words years back in a video of his I watched. This year I want to rest in the knowing that God has got me. I've spent so much of my 2024 and 5 most years mostly worrying and in panic mode. I was praying, I was reading my word, yes, but I didn't rest in the assurance that God has got me. I would pray, and the moment I would say amen, I would now get up and start panicking and trying to figure out things in my own strength outside of God. Now, me saying this doesn't mean that I'm gonna sit and not do anything, take no action towards my goals and desires, but it means I'm simply gonna be letting God be God this year. I want to operate from a place of surrender, a place of involving God rather than trying to be God, rather than trying to do those things that only God can do. Now, there are words I heard from Stephanie Ike Okafe's, hope I'm saying her names right, sermon. She said, "You will never fail trusting God." I heard those words in 2024 while watching a sermon. You will never fail trusting God. I want to go into 2026 anchored in those words. I want to take a lot of leaps knowing I will never fail trusting God and that the divine has got me. I want to move this year unmoved from the words of Isaiah 41, my favorite scripture. Isaiah 41 verse 10 that say, "I am your God, let nothing terrify you." I am your God, let nothing terrify you. I love that it doesn't say, "I am your God, let ABC not terrify you, then the rest." He says nothing, whatever it may be. I am your God, let nothing terrify you. The divine will take care of you. The third mindset shift I am making this year is, when you do something, do it to the best of your abilities. Now, I think it was 2016 or 2017, back in high school, when I heard my high school principal say these words. Oh, Mr. Makaka, every day in assembly for the whole year, he would have a message to start the day. And I began taking those messages I get from grade 9 when I got to St. John's College up until grade 12. So the moment I heard him say these words, I ran with them. And I can attribute some of my academic excellence to those words, because the moment I heard them, I made a vow to be academically excellent. Now, I also applied these words to the different parts of my life, especially when I left high school and I went to varsity. Now, I want to be an excellent Sethu again. I want to be a version of myself that applies all of her efforts in her work, that it shows. The once was a Sethu. As I'm saying, I want to be that Sethu again. I want to be a Sethu who puts her best foot forward all the time. I just want to be excellent. Be excellent. I want to be excellent this year. I want to be excellent first in the little things that I don't necessarily come on here before the camera, come on here on YouTube, on social media, and share with the world. I just want to be excellent this year. Well, I am going to be excellent this year. We are not wishing this year, we are doing so. I am going to be excellent this year. The fourth and last mindset shift I'm making for 2026, you guys, is you are enough. I am enough. Now, I want to live and move with the knowledge that I am enough. In the past 3 years, I've moved from a place of so much timidity. You guys, I've been so timid. I remember how I'd text my friends, oh, saying, "Chomi, I don't know what happened to me. I'm so timid. I'm so timid. I'm not I could feel, but I wasn't myself, because I understood or knew that there were versions or a version of myself that once showed up confidently and boldly. So me being like this timidity to me was a bit foreign. I lost so much of my confidence because I lost touch with this knowledge that I am enough. Now this year in 2026, I want to constantly remind myself, I want to be intentional about reminding myself that I am enough, that what I am, who I am, and what I bring to the world is beautiful, is enough, and is unique. And in this timidity phase of mine, I found myself needing a lot of validation from the people around me, because I operated and moved from a place of so much inadequacy. Now romantically, oh Jesus, romantically, I felt like I needed to have someone for me to feel seen, for me to feel whole, and for me to feel validated. So much so I began tolerating a lot of nonsense romantically. Oh Jesus, I would tolerate the worst things romantically, because I had a lot of my identity, a lot of who I am was wrapped around having a man, and that all stemmed from forgetting just how beautiful, just how whole and enough I am by myself. Okay, hence the loss of confidence. So ngoku, it is time to reclaim who I know I am, and this starts with a little reminder, with a little constant reminder that I am enough. Now you are enough. I don't know how you relate to this, but one thing I want you to know, I want us together to know and remember for the whole year, is that we are enough. Who you are, what you bring to the world is enough. One thing about me, I love this time of the year where we just get to sit down, plan, dream, you know, just do all the nice things. Hence this video, hence I'm sitting here right now filming this video. It's a result of a new start, the beauty of starting. There's a quote I saw that says, thank God things get to end so I can start again. You don't start from nothing right now, you start from experience of how last year was, of how that year was. You can reflect and start from there. But okay, this year has been like this, therefore this year I want it to be like this. How different do I want my 2026 to be from 2025? So what I want you to do, if you've reached this part of the video, is give me one mindset shift you are making this year. What are you going to be doing differently this year to better your lives? Comment down below. Let's talk. Let's have the beautiful chat of starting anew. I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. Most important, I hope you guys learned something, because I'm not sitting here for the sake of sitting here and just blabbing, but the main goal is that you take something from this video. I hope just from watching this video your life is changed, even just one small change. That's the intention behind this video. So what change are you making? Just one little small change. Comment and let's have this beautiful chat in the comment section. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you as always. Like, share, subscribe, do all the nice things. I love you. Bye.